Good morning and hello ho ha. It is I, CJ's Goose. We've got Double X here and we've got Devious is here. Howdy everybody, how are you getting on? Hold on. Nope. You can't see anything. Let me take these off. That one, and where is it? No, I had it there. There. Right. So we have been digging a little bit more. Not quite there yet, but we're doing well. We have a wandering trader as well. I need to take this wall back to this line. So there is still a little bit more to dig up the top here. However, sorry, I'm just checking that the sound is working. There's no... Oh. Okay, it says, yeah, that's it. I was going to say, there's no beacon up this end. So it will be a bit of a pain to break this piece down. So I'm going to wait until I move the beacon over. Before we start on there. I've started to just lay out some of the chunk borders, and I'm trying to work out what's the best way to do this next part, because we need to go down to here. So just a little bit more to chop out for the whole room, but we have got the whole of the ceiling in apart from the hole, so we can get in and out. The white lines are just purely, that's where there will be a face on the wall. And yeah, so we need to just come down a level. So I'm trying to work out what's the best way to do. I'm wondering whether to put the chunk borders in. I think we'll do that. No. Okay, and I'll fall in a hole first because I like falling in holes apparently. I'm going to put all of the chunk borders in. I think that's what we'll do first. Maybe we'll put a torch back in so that we don't spawn any mobs while we're in the process of doing it. What is everybody up to today? Neil Plays is here. Hello. I think you're new, or you have changed your name. How can I help? Honestly, gone back into my service days. Thank you for being here. I think it's more appropriate. So that should go there. When am I going to play PGG? I do that on a Thursday and on a Saturday. It's just not possible to do it all of the time. I did do the daily streams and for 121 days. But it means then I can't play anything else. And to be honest, to play PGG every single day is very challenging because there's not... It's the same thing that's happening all of the time. There's no variety, really. And on top of that, with how everything has changed this season, it is incredibly difficult for me to do. You have changed your name, yeah. Devious is playing on a server. Oh. You can mention the server because I'm not on PGG streams. I used to watch me about 2 months ago. What name were you under? Which box am I going for? Let's do this one first. Right, put those in there. I knew I had some more granite here somewhere. I'll take those. So let's start by popping in the... Oh, I thought I was going to fall in the big bit. I don't want to be in the hole. You're fishing and playing elements, yeah? Vintage Sky? No, I've never heard of that. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not quite sure on that name. Oh, it's a copy, is it? All right, okay. Well, I'll stick with PGG for myself. Oh, it's under the same people. But it's not the sister server, though, is it? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was when I was doing the beginning of the sort of stream-a-thon thingy that I did. So I did 121 days just streaming, or mostly just streaming PGG. this is Gooseville. This is my, I nearly said my hardcore world. That's a total lie. It is not a hardcore world. It is my survival world. And we're in the process of, we're building above here. Hang on, let me just fly up so you can see. Where are my rockets? No. Okay. So, this is our witch's house. This is going to be my viaduct that will take all of our goods around the world. Wherever you see the white line, the viaduct will be. And this is the house. So we've got this half to rebuild over here. There's a lot to do on it, but we're just sort of putting in the basics, and then we'll add the textures and everything afterwards. Not exactly playing with my children. It's more of my son will pop in and cause havoc. That's what he will do. When he wants to. When he wants to come in, he will. My daughter is very quiet. She doesn't like to be involved. Whenever she comes to ask for my help, she'll just gently knock on my door, and then she'll let me mute the microphone, and then she'll talk to me, but she won't talk to people on the stream. I have played on Fortnite, yeah, and that would be with Mook, yeah. But I haven't played on there for a while. Yeah, and Devious is also a mod on here now, which is really good. So you're a senior mod on that server as well. You are funny. I have two children, a boy and a girl. Miku and Mook, we call them. They're not their names, obviously. Well, oh, cheapers. I wanted to fall in the hole, apparently. So Fridays is our hardcore series. So, and we're playing that differently to what most people play. Basically, you guys get to decide and tell me what to do, which is really scary because the first poll I nearly ended up with a netherite beacon. So I don't really want to end up with a netherite beacon, but apparently I might end up with one. It's back in the poll list, so, we're on 123 days over there so far. I do need to get back in there though and do some more work, so hopefully that will improve a little bit more by the time I get back on. But I've been enjoying PGG. I've been enjoying Gooseville too much. It's been really lovely just to get on and do some of the things that I want to do. Now, I will need to pull these out. So these won't actually be here. These are just markers so I know where the chunks are, so that we can then put them down on the floor down the bottom. Yes, Elytra for the save, definitely. The Elytra generally kills me, so that's quite lucky. I'm actually debating whether to do a poll to say that can I play the hardcore world without an Elytra? I think that would be quite interesting as well, to run a hardcore series but there's no Elytra, because generally I die to the Elytra. So I think it would be quite interesting, and then I wouldn't have to worry about dying. I probably wouldn't need to go to the end. No, I would, because I need shulker boxes. I'm a big shulker box person. Anyone that's in this world will know that I'm a big shulker box person. I'm underrated. Oh, thanks. That's nice. We're still in the older season, and without an Elytra is going to be hard. Yeah, I know, but you see, doesn't that then add to the whole game? Doesn't that add to that challenge? Oh, I actually had stuff in there. They can go away. That's what I'm trying to work out. No, I can get rid of these now. Oh, you really need to be doing your homework rather than watching my stream. Go and do your homework, and it's great to see you. Hopefully you'll pop in again soon. I stream, at the minute we're doing a stream-a-thon, a GOOSE-A-THON even. So we're streaming every day until we get full monetization. And then we'll be back to streaming, well, generally every day apart from a Wednesday then. But PGG is Thursday and Saturday, Hardcore is Friday, Gooseville every other day. So in theory, these chunk borders should be correct. That's a worry. That's wrong. How is that a thing? Yeah, take care, bye. That's a concern. And should not be like, no, no, get out, block. Was not ready to place you. What have I done here? No. Why have I done that? So where I said that I might move this, I will have to move this. Why do I always make mistakes? I don't understand. Because I checked and measured, and yet somehow I have built this over the chunk border. That is a serious flaw. I mean, it's not a major issue because I can just pull it over one. We could just add one more run on the end and take that one out, but that is not the point. The point is, the first part of this is... Oh, I can remove these. Which will help us to see. I had this in case of flood damage. That is a serious flaw. Because I've counted it wrong. Let me double check on this side. Oh, this is a serious problem. This is why I thought it was actually worth double checking these. So we've got a 16 in our hand. Yeah, look. It's one out. Maybe that's why the poppies... Because the poppies keep filtering through somehow. And I couldn't understand why. So maybe that is why. It's because they're outside of the chunk border. So every time I'm moving around, I'm outside of it. That's a serious issue. There's a big hole down there. No, that's not even the chunk, is it? Get out. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. I mean, I can, because that's what happens to me. I always mess it up. Even if I think I've got it right, I still somehow mess it up. I don't know how I've done that. That's a really big problem. And then this part should be the next one. I'm thinking we might have to double check these before we get too far into it. No, don't fall in. And let's switch out the main joint for the diorite so that we can really see that that's where the joins are. This is a serious problem. And I don't know how I make so many mistakes. It's generally, I think the problem is when my brain is struggling and I think I can cope and I'm doing okay, but actually my brain isn't functioning properly when I'm having these ME issues. Now, we did have a map in this lot of stuff somewhere. I wonder if I can find it. Oh, we have an Enderman around. Yay! Ah, maybe it's this. That would be helpful. It is not this one. Oh, that's the one to help us find the path between here and the other place. Right, they're all full boxes. So it could be in one of these. They're terracotta. Oh, hang on a minute. Would it... Have I moved the others? Is there still a random treasure chest up here? There is. Could be in one of these. Oh. Let's just keep an eye on these. While we're down here, we're running this farm. Ah, hold on. Could be one of these. Not that one. Hold on. I don't actually know how I'm going to double check this chunk border now. We need to check it with upstairs. Let's go and see if we can. I'm sure that this first part is correct, but then part of me thinks I put it on the line. The reason why I'm now confused is because I had a feeling that this was the chunk border, and now for some reason I've got it here. And if this was the chunk border, then that would actually be correct. And this needs to move over. But hold on. It is important. It is important that I have the chunk borders correct. And now I'm not sure if the walls are actually in the correct position. So how have I done those? This is a huge issue that I did not expect to be a problem. It's really hard. You've got to use maps. So that is 16 there, which means that you've got to be able to see the surface. And I filled it all in. Let me find a blank. Let's do the blank maps. I'm going to take a whole new setup. We've got the paper ready. Take a workstation. But actually, I did not know. So for anybody that does want to and doesn't mind using different mods, a Foxy No Tail under 2-Tails, I think it is, has actually created a chunk border resource pack thingy, which is available in the marketplace. Actually, hold on. if I just save and quit for a second, let me just go in here. Now, I like Foxy No Tail. The witches thingy is actually from him, the witches thing. Farm. I've actually just purchased it. It was like two something. So look, it's this. And I saw Blue Jay using it, which made me come and have a look. And it actually does biome detection. Oh, actually, I didn't even realise that. Biome detection, chunk grids. And it does the nether coordinates, and it does all sorts of stuff. Distance measurements, frames per second, spawn spheres, mob spawner range, and the time of the day. So I've actually purchased this, but I'm not going to use it in Gooseville. So it's, I'm like, oh, I could have used that, but I'm not going to. We have to go back to doing it normally. It was like 400 credits or something, 450 odd credits. So I think it equates to about £2.50, which I think for a resource pack like that could be really invaluable to a lot of people. Especially as it is so difficult. I just didn't know that it was actually an option. Let's take this up. No, we don't need to take this upstairs. I don't know what I'm talking about. So what we have to do is open the map like this, and we need a compass, which I've forgotten to give myself. Should be in this one. And then we can make that a locatable map. Let's put, just get out of my hand. Pop this back in here. Do not want to leave that one behind. And then, right, which farm chunk borders? That's not how you spell borders. No, we don't want to extend it. Why am I trying to extend it? We don't want to do that. We can leave the paper behind. Not in there, we can't, because that's full. We can leave the paper behind in this one. Alright, so now I need some random blocks that are different and bright. No. I think I have some over here that we can use. Here we go. Let's take some of those. Now the problem is it's going to be up here. Now we should already have these ones as a chunk border. Now if we pop this in, when we drop onto here, it should... Oh, is it on the wrong side? Is it this one here? Yes, right. So we're on... this should be the first one. And I filled in the swimming pool again. Let's start over this end. Yeah, so if I take one of these, we have to look at the map. And if I place that down, it should pop up on the very... just in front of that arrow. Why is it not popping up on the arrow? No. Oh, because we're underground. So we can't see it because we're under the ground. Which is even more annoying. This one is off the thingy. Right, let's try and come out of here. Let's see if this is 16 first of all. Do I have to not be able to reach it? So one of the things I like about survival rather than creative is when you're trying to do something like this, you can give yourself like 16 blocks and it can be counted. and then you can just use them, but you can't do that in creative because it just keeps going. So we're going to come out of here, and hopefully we should get them to come up on the map. Here we go. Right, so we can see them now. So if you look on the map, there's a red line across that blue patch. So that should be correct. Oh, is it? How am I going to know that it's correct? I've got to... How did I do it before? I need to come out from the other side. This is very frustrating. So we need to check that one. So we have to check this one. How do we check this one? Let me come up. Hold on, we're going to come up here. And because this one is the tower, it makes it really hard. So I did it over there last time. But you've got to do it from a corner. I might have to take it from the far right hand corner of the map. Hi Mon. We're having a few issues. Alright, so this was the corner that I used originally. Okay, so if I fly up here. Right. And does that come up on the map? Which way am I going on the map so I can see? This way? These maps really annoy me now that you can't see which direction you're pointing in. Okay, so we can't see that one, but we should be able to see this one. Which apparently we don't seem to be able to see either. Why? Can I see those? Oh my goodness, this is causing me even more grief. We've done this already. I know that resource pack that I don't want to use. I'm not going to use it. Right. So it's not here. Oh, is it because... Hold on. Is it because I need to come out further? Hold on. No. When do we get onto the map? No, we're going the wrong way, aren't we? That is this way. No, now I can't see that way. Now that is the tower. Yeah, this is looking this direction. Because there's the tower, and there's the pond at the back of the tower that we've just put a red line in. All I need to do is just to get a red line to show up on here somewhere. No! Oh, I thought I was just going to fall through the floor then. Give me these back. It should be here where this purple is. I don't understand why it's not working. And I'm not grumpy. in any way, shape or form. Much. I don't understand how it's not working and how I managed to possibly put the chunk borders in the wrong place. I tried so hard to make sure I had them in the right place. But they have to be in the right place, otherwise it's a disaster. I've got to do it from this roof. Right, let's instead of doing it we just need to get a line to come up on the roof. So if I do it from here, a line should come up at some point. We're really far away by the looks of that. Okay, so no line. And then this way. No, it is this way. Maybe I need to go closer. Ah, there. Okay, so this is on here. So we have to bring it back down. Right, let me move that over there. Okay. So we have to keep moving away from the corner. We've got to get it down to that end. I don't know why I just put one in. It'll be about another 2, I think. We'll do 1 and then we'll do another 1. Oh, actually, that might be enough. Hold on, let me just come away. Okay, right, so that is the edge of the chunk here. And then this would be the start of another chunk. So let's use the white. So that's one chunk. And this is another chunk. This is a corner here. It's not the corner. Goosey, get it right. Hold on. It's an edge of a chunk. I was right the first time with what I said. Right, let me take all of this out. This is confusing. And we need another map. That's the problem. Which I've left down the bottom. I mean, in theory, we shouldn't need another map. Right, so let's try and come out of the way. And now what we need to do is get this back to... That might actually be in the chunk there. Hold on, if I take that one out. Oh, cheapers. No. That one. No, don't keep attacking me. Right, so if you watch the very bottom corner of the map. The block is back in, and if I take that block back out, you can see it go. So now there's nothing in that corner. And now there is. So that should be the corner here, this one. So now I can take these ones out. And then this would be the other corner. So then what we need to do is clear up all of this mess. Go away, pigeons. Can't you see I'm busy trying to figure this out? It's driving me bonkers. But somehow Goosey messed up again. Goosey gets fed up and messing up. Let's leave those purple there and we can see if they're in the correct position. They should be. There's a lot of pigeons there. They all just want to kill me. Let me just see if I can get up there. Where did all these come from? I thought I cleared them all. Apparently not. Oh, well, that's a silly place for you to sit, isn't it? Well, apparently not, because I can't hit you for some reason. Okay, so now let's bring this down. And please be on the line of that purple. It is. Except that is number 1. And I don't think... I mean, it's possible that I did. So now what we need to do is give ourselves 15. Because we've already got 1 placed down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, ow, 5. Then we have to come straight off. So using a gravity block is really helpful. If it will land this time, it does. Ow. Uh-oh. And then this is where Goose is silly because... How many of those did I put up? I picked the block, and you're not meant to do that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 11 more from here. This is not what I thought I was going to be doing today, and it should end there. It does not end there. It ends 1 closer. So it looks like I have placed in the whole chunk border. Hi, that wasn't scary at all. Looks like I placed the whole chunk border in 1 across. Oh. How? Oh, stop killing me. How am I meant to focus when you're just attacking me every few seconds? I'm going to have to go and sleep. I can't cope under these conditions while I'm trying to figure out these chunk borders. I wouldn't normally bother, but they're annoying. Oh, I don't have any food left. That's a problem. Oh, I thought that was my food. It's in this one. It's in the same type of box, that's why. Right, we have new food. You go back in there. I think we could just dump some of this off. If I can fly, that is. No, oh, those ones would have been useful. Hi, Laser. We're having a disaster this morning. I have realised that I may have put the chunk border in wrong, which is key to making sure that everything is set up right. I don't know how I've done it, so I need to try and go back. I think we should give ourselves another map that we can work on this side. I do like it when a room is big enough to fly in without me bashing my head in. Another compass. I have no compasses soon. No, not that one. This one. And we have a map. And we just need it to be... So if we go over to this side, we want it to be here. I'm so sorry. Oh look, do you know, this is my typical thing, and I have not planned it like this, I promise. It is day 13,666. And yesterday in my head, I said, I bet something terrible goes wrong in the game. And look, the chunk borders are all messed up. I'm having to go back through the whole thing. And we're on a horrible, horrible day for me. I try to forget about it. And then I've just looked up and that's what I have seen. This is the kind of thing that really bothers me. It's a stupid, stupid thing. I would be better, Laser, if my chunk borders were correct. And that I somehow had not messed them up. And I have no idea how I've messed them up. And it's driving me bonkers. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm not in a terrible state of disarray and stressed out or anything. It's fine. So this should be next to it. Yeah, that's even more helpful. Yay. So I think it might help if I switch the two maps around. So that one becomes the left and this one becomes the right. Because then they're actually joined. And we have to remember it is this way around. Which makes it easier because actually we have the viaduct in there. Oh, I know. It's just, it drives me mad. It's not that. It's, they've changed how it works as well on these maps. And it has made a huge difference to doing stuff like this. So, it should be here now. We take these pieces out. I want to have extra blocks where I don't need extra blocks. We switch these back over. And it should be there. So if I take it back out, it goes. If I put it back in, it's back. Oh no, that's okay, don't worry. Oh, it happens all the time. People are behind on the stream and don't realise. Right, let me just get back up here. And the chunk, the little brawny thing is just in the way at times. Right, so that is a chunk. Now, let me just put... That is a chunk corner, should I say. That is the very first one down there. And this would not be the chunk on that side. Yes, it would. No, not that block. This would be a chunk on this side. So if we get 15 of these here and we put them on this bit, that should take us to the first chunk. Right, so this is that definite first chunk. Now, I need another 15. We're going to come down here. We're not going to pick the blocks this time. Yep. So that has ended here. And then if I look on... No. I look at this one. Oh, it doesn't work like that. What's my plan? My plan is to not cry. No, it's not. It isn't right. this is the chunk border because I've got one line on that left-hand side. That line there is on this left-hand map. And this line is on the right-hand map. So we're one block missing, which is that line. So it is here. So this is the correct line. Alright, so I'm not going mad. Okay, right. Okay. I don't know if you understand what I just said, but I understand what I said. So, but I've put that as purple and this is red. And that would not be correct. Sorry, purple and then blue. That would not be correct. So this is the first chunk down here on this map on the right hand side. And then we need to bring it forwards by 15 because we have one placed already. Right, so now let's see where this takes us. No, so I have put it in the correct position. I just, for some reason, got a different colour there. Right, let's go with... No, it needs to be 16 now because we haven't placed one. Right, so that ends to there. And then back to red. No, I need 16. So this would be 16 here. And so would this. And this would be 15. Right, let's take it this way. No, 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 no. So when you measure out the blocks, right, if you use the measured out blocks instead of the other pile, that helps. What's my plan is to stop messing everything up. It's day 13,666 and everything has gone wrong. Which is like a double whammy for me because it's got 666 and 13 in the same number. So, why? Why can't things just go right for me? I knew something would go wrong. I didn't think it would be this horrible. I have to fix this. Right, so what we're going to do is dig through, but I need to just remove the water. Alright, so that is the block. This is the ceiling. What we want is for this to land on a chunk corner. Which it hasn't. Is it the way that I'm thinking it is? So let me take that one out. Alright, that is the chunk itself. That is the chunk corner itself. And that is a chunk corner. Okay. And then the next chunk would be that way, wouldn't it? So if we come down here and land on these, the next chunk would be these ones. How? I can, but that's, I mean, I've managed to pick one up yesterday, but one of the things that I do on here is I pride myself that I'm not using, that I don't use mods. And it's not normally an issue. I've normally got it set up right. But because I'm trying to go over the building to get to the chunk borders, it's a nightmare. Maybe I should put the chunk border in the sky. And if this is the chunk here, then it means it's actually across this line here, and all of this is wrong. We've got a whole row in here wrong, and the chunk border starts here, so where does it end? Yeah, it ends here, and like I said, that is completely wrong. So this whole row needs to come out of the farm, and so does this row, because this is the start of the chunk going across there. Gosh, it's a good job I decided to double check. This would mess up everything if I do this wrong, for everything that I've got planned going on in here. So we should have, if I come up here, if I put a row in here, that should come up on this map. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we have a whole chunk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that does go across there. I think I'm going to have to dig through the house. Let me dig through the house to make sure that we're in the correct position. So not this one. We take this one out. This is on the other side. Hold on, if I put white down here, that would make it look better. I don't have any more white. I do have these. Thank you. So that should be a chunk there. And this would be a switch of the chunk here. Right. So we're going to go through here, under this purple block. No, that's wool. You have to keep hitting it. And then through here. Now, how do I... Okay, right, so if we drop one of these through, and then we go to land on that and we turn, that is the chunk corner there. There. Do I have any gravel? Or sand? Where am I? I'm up here. Any gravel in the walls I can steal? I just want 4 pieces. Oh, hold on, we're down here. We can come get some. Sand might be better. piece of concrete dust would be even better. Don't think I've got any here. Thanks, that's helpful. I've got gravel here somewhere. Here. Right, let's take some gravel. So we can use a mixture of these two. Okay. I don't like drawing lines all over my house. Now, are we in the correct one? This is under the reds. And see if we can go down to there. Knock out this. Add gravel. Oh, it's going to hit the thingy now, isn't it? Scaffold. That's okay. Okay, right. So that's one. Now we need to go to this one. And bring that down to there. Take out this part. Oh, I've got to go through the roof. Drop that down to there. Knock this out to knock that out. And knock that out down to there. Oh, and then drop that one there. Yeah, none of these are hitting those corners. Okay. And then we've got the ones on the floor. So we've got this one here. You can see that I've put the chunks in wrong here. If I do scaffold first. Can't think where this white floor is. Where does this white floor come from? Oh, it is down there. Oh, okay, yeah. It's closer than what I'm thinking. Yeah, I've lost that. And then we want to go under here and do the same thing again, like that. Right, now hopefully, now that we're on a good day, anything apart from a 666 day, this should give us an actual chunk in the correct place. So we need new blocks to indicate where this one is. That this is the confirmed block. Let's use cobble deep slate. Gosh, it's 8 o'clock. When did that happen? Don't have a lot of time left now. Let me make these into smart blocks. We definitely haven't accidentally made them. Right. So this is block 1. Take that out and we're going to put this in here. We're going to go across. And this should fit all the way across to here perfectly. Okay, right. Next challenge. Remove these. I'm feeling there's a hole in here, because there is. These should fit perfectly. It doesn't. No, it does, because I didn't allow for that one. Okay. It scared me for a moment. Right, let me... how do I get in there? Not like that. Oh, I don't wanted to get these ones. That's clearly what I was doing. Okay, yeah. Nearly broke my nose again. It's fine. Nobody needs a nose in Minecraft. No! Why am I in a hole? I don't want to be in a hole. Right. We have 15 to allow for the one on the end. Yes. And then we have got 14 in this one. Okay, right. This is the official chunk, okay? This one. Right here. This is the official chunk. Now I've got to re-strip out all of the others. All the other fake chunks. Because someone did it wrong. So let's strip out all of these others, which I could have collected in a minute. Lose a load of these. It's fine. I'll pretend it doesn't matter to me that I haven't collected all of them. So this line can stay. I'm going to take all of these out. Take these out. They're confusing. Right, any block that is not in this correct lineup comes out. I'm going to take these out. No! Oh. Too busy being distracted removing chunk borders that are not there. These come out. This line can stay. You out. You guys out. You lot out. All of you out. I'm just gonna take... No! Oh! Who put this giant hole here? It's been very inconvenient. Why was there a day 13,666? It was perfectly fine until then. It wouldn't have still been an issue regardless. It's just that the chunk borders changed overnight just so that they could mess me up. Clearly. I mean, that is very clearly the reason. That would obviously only make sense that that is the plan. Right, I'm going to have to try and wake up a child or two. Just try and remove these for a minute. I'd like to find out if we are okay or not. I'm surprised that the redstone hasn't broken down. I mean, I have been down here most of the time though, so maybe that's why. Oh look, my inventory is full. Such a surprise. Oh wow, I didn't mean to reach that. I honestly didn't think that that would reach. And then I'm like, whoa, it's open. Get rid of those. We can get rid of the gravel. Pick up some more of these. Get rid of them. Take that. Okay, right. Let's take out this one. This This is going to help us to get to the most important bit. So we're going to start on our master one. And we're going to give ourselves 16 blocks in a different colour. Okay, interesting. Not what I was expecting. Grateful, but not what I was expecting. That is what I was expecting. Who put this here? I haven't got time for this. It's fine because they're coming out anyway. I don't know what I'm worried about. Okay, and then you should be able to complete this chunk. Don't have any blocks to complete chunk with. Can I have some white resources, please? That's not enough white resources. Here we go. 14 should just about do it. Okay. No, that's wrong. Goosey! I hate being annoying. Right, let's take this lot out. Give me... No. Oh, I wanted the block without falling, actually. What I really wanted... Because I have just put that in the wrong place. Just for a change. This is one reason why I've put the other one in a completely different block. So I've put this over one by mistake. So actually, it's in the correct place. But potentially. So this comes over one over here. Because I put it here, but it should have been here. How I just make so many mistakes. I used to be fairly clever, and then I just do the stupidest things. No, like that. You know it's not in there because you just pulled all of that out. Specifically because it doesn't go in there. Why is there water there? That's okay. I'll just ignore that. We'll come across that soon. Okay, so this is actually in the chunk border, which is what I said originally. And this is on the line of the chunk border, which is also what I said originally. So how on earth have I managed to reset it up so it isn't? So let's remove these. I'm going to need another block. Look, this is the line here. I think when I've been putting in the other lines, I've somehow messed it up. Workstations. We need to be making more of these because I seem to just leave them all over the place. Right, what block can we use next that will be different? I want to leave this one in here. I want to see if it matches up with any of the lines. No. Oh, I thought I fell in a hole. Hold on. I know what we can do. We can use the ones with the little... These on the chiseled ones. They're different. I don't have any of those placed around. Now, this is a problem because alright, so if I put in 16 in here, right, of these, I should stop there, yes? Now I can put 16 of these in. It's just that I can't put them here because I've got the stuff. Okay. And so if this was red, yeah, that would be there, look. To and to where? So that one would be red. So let's do this one again. Here. And just check. So that would come to here and go here. So somehow I did the chunk border correctly for this. Everything is in the chunk border, and somehow over the course of me setting everything up, I've then added new chunk borders in and done them incorrectly, which has then messed it up. But the actual chunk border that I put this in is correct. So, I mean, yay, that's good. How on earth have I managed to mess up all the other chunk borders? That is a serious concern of mine that I do this. So we need to take out all of the others. The others we can put them all back in as red. We just need to make sure that we don't remove that first master one. And we need to check that the walls are aligned now. Such a big problem. Now, if Mojang did a chunk border thingy, that would be very nice. So close to using that mod pack, but I'm not going to, because that is not what this Gooseville is about. Gooseville is about doing it how the game intended it to be done. Right. So this one is a chunk. And it's actually 2 away from the wall. Which means the other wall, that wall isn't far enough out. And this wall is too far out. Let me just do that for a minute. That's in the wrong place, isn't it? Let me just put it over here. So we're going to measure out 15 from here, which takes me to here, and then 15 again, which takes us to here, and then it should be 14. Okay, right. So this wall is too close. No, too far away, and that wall will be too close when it finishes. But this is the master one. We do not remove this. until the last minute. And I'm going to double check that all of the chunk borders match up. This has been a tough one this morning. But we have got through the horrible day of 13,666, not unscathed, but hopefully now correct. Oh, we have water. We have a hole. And more water, that's fine. We can cope with that one. That's meant to be there. So this one is to just do this with. And then we'll take this one out. Right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to toddle off. I've got children to deal with, etc. And in the meantime, before I come back on later, I will attempt to get these chunk borders fixed. And then we've got to get those chunk borders down to there. They're super important for what we're trying to do here. I know I have holes everywhere, which is very annoying. And these need to come out. I do not want to confuse the situation. Yeah, pop it out now. Okay. Holes everywhere. Probably shouldn't have put them all the way across. Alright, I will try to work on these. Why did I put it all the way in? See, this is the kind of mistake that I do. I think that I'm doing okay, and then it's not. We should just leave them and do them in the chunks as I'm going along. Let me just ditch that for a second. These are more valuable. Okay, I'm going to attempt to fill out this whole room with the chunk borders in the correct positions. What is good to know, she says, falling in a hole, is that this is in the correct place. So I did do it right in the beginning, and somehow I've messed it up along the way, and I don't know how, but the main thing is it's working. Why the poppies don't get collected all the time, I'm not sure. Whether it's because it's the first one going in and it's so soon after it doesn't always pick them up, I'm not sure. Other than that, guys, I'm going to toddle off, and I will try and catch you all later. Oh, Lembran is here. X, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.